Why fish?
Oh,
Particularly
why
interested
fish?
in fish.
I've done landscapes and boats and flowers.
Yeah, this is the fish phase.
And then I got on fish about 1990, and I've been stuck on fish. They work,
Since then.
they work and sell, so I stayed with that. And I'm not allowed to do birds because Janet, my wife, does birds.
But she said to ask you some difficult questions. I'm trying to wrap my brain.
That's one of hers. She's opened that book at that page with her bird. So I don't do birds at all. And she doesn't do fish.
You don't want to tread on each other's toes.
See that there's a...
Oh, this is where you take the newspaper off.
Yeah, a fish under there, and another fish under here.
Oh, and you've got a tiny hole for the eye.
Yeah, that's to tell me where the eye has got to go.
Ah, okay.
Yep. The dot is at the centre of the eye. And I'll just pull this off first.
Do you keep a record when you're preparing them of what you've done? Do you like that on your little postcard? Or is that just to show how it's...
That's a photograph of a previous one. And I've written all over it what to do, what's better and so on. And you can see that's too straight on. So I've animated it now. So I've redrawn these so that the bottom one is more curved. So that I'm always sort of changing the design. Like with these, when I cut the next one out, probably if I'm not satisfied with this, I'll change the template. That's a thin card one, and I'll decide perhaps to put the tail further up. So what I would do is I cut this about and start gluing it together, and then I put it down onto newspaper, onto about 6 sheets, and draw around it with a ballpoint, and then cut that out. And that's how I get those. And I write B on the bottom fish, and T on the top fish, and M on the middle fish, and so on. And just to tell me, because when they go into water, they come out ready to tear, and I need to know what to do. Let's put it down. It's a fiddly business, that.
And so when they go onto the plate, they're wet?
Oh, yeah, it's all...
Okay. Otherwise they wouldn't curve and...
Yes, and they've got to be... Because it's going down onto a bent piece, I'll show you what I mean. As it goes down, it doesn't want to go down properly.
Okay, it would
so, as I'm putting it down, I'm snipping it ever so carefully in places.
to curve it.
Then you put it down, then you find out that you haven't left enough room for the tail or something like that. So you've got to take it all off again and it in the water, put it back down.
It's a fish.
Oh, it's great fun, is that? I decided I wouldn't be doing that here. That needs real concentration there. But that's that. Well, there's the bottom. Beneath there's a fish. And then
Okay.
when this dries out a bit, I can peel that off. I've gotten fish that I can work on. So I've got the drawing of the fish, the outline of the
The
fish
outline of it,
is
yeah.
accurate to my original drawing. I'm not
Yeah.
judging that as
Yeah.
I'm going along.
Yeah.
So then I'm doing the scratch part onto here. And then it'll dry out and it'll be fired. That's fired. One's fired, what we call biscuit. And then I'll put a glaze on there, transparent glaze, and that'll bring up the colours to the dark blue and the yellow. That'll come up in those colours in the fire.
Okay.
Sorry?
Are you a keen fisherman?
No, I'm
You're
not.
not?
No, I feel sorry for the fish.
As it dries, it'll come up a bit, and run it up.
You've just got to pick it off before it gets too dry.
Well, it'll come off when it's dry on its own. But I want it at this semi-dry stage. Oh yeah, look what's that. Yes, I know what it is now. I've forgotten. It's an Australian angelfish. If you want any of the cards, you can take those. They're free.
I think of you every time I get out of the shower because we have your fish on.
Oh, lovely. Oh, that's good.
Sounded a bit ominous.
Well, that's definitely a superior bathroom, I have to say.
I can remember once he came, he had a meal with us, and Bill and Marlene were there as well. And sort of, it ended up, Bill was sitting at the table, he'd drunk a bit too much, and he was sort of singing to himself at the table. And Ivy and Marlene were tap dancing in our porch because it's got a tiled floor. Great time, yeah. Artists,
Yeah.
and dreadful people.
Yeah.